Hey Concrete friends, it's Mr. Concrete here. Today we're just going to mix concrete. It's kind of one of those days. It's one of those days. And you will have these days too. And what I suggest when you have these days is to mix concrete. This is the reason why you have hobbies. So welcome. If you're new to the channel, this is Concrete. Our mission is to make concrete easy, fun, and beautiful for everybody, and to kind of show you a different way to think about concrete, using concrete in a different, fun, exciting way. We've designed a concrete mix specifically used and designed around the idea of making art, making concrete art. So having a concrete mix that's super color correct and takes mineral pigments really, really well, and you start with this beautiful base. Also having a concrete that it's just got a really nice consistency, got some hemp fiber in here to give it some extra strength, a little extra love from Mother Nature. That should be enough, maybe a little more here, a wee bit more. And what else can I tell you about gray matter? It's 4 times stronger than regular concrete. But the big one is it's just fun. Plain and simple, it's fun. You can do this for a half hour and it's gonna wash away your troubles. It'll just have you think about something else for a bit. Pour that water in nice and quiet. We got water in this mix. It's just sitting right now. It's gonna start doing something soon. It is doing something. We're doing something too. We're just mixing this together. Like making a funky pasta. There we go. It's coming together. It is coming together. So, how much water? How much water am I putting in? I'm not giving you a full-out measurement of my water. A real general idea, a starting point, is that for every kilo of gray matter that I'm mixing, I'm putting in about 100 milliliters of water, about 10% by weight. But that's a real generalization. And what I'm really mixing for is consistency, and the consistency is governed by what I'm planning to pour. What I'm planning to pour and how I want kind of the pigments to look as we mix this thing together. That's probably going to be enough water. I got my handy Sriracha water bottle. I love this thing. I love its ability to dish out little drips of water. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Just a couple at a time. Okay, here we go. Mix. I'm gonna get my hands dirty soon. Okay, here we go. Mix it by hand. What are we gonna make? Well, we're gonna make something in color. And you know what? We're not going to paint it. Oh, you want to talk about a pet peeve? You know what gets me down? Pet peeves get me down. But you know what else? Talking about the things that frustrate you. It's either sometimes makes you more frustrated, or it's maybe can just get it out of your system. But I'm going to talk about something that frustrates me. Painting concrete. Oh man, if you want to make me mad, paint concrete. Put gold spray paint on it, or like spray painted a bunch of doofus colors. Oh man, I hate when people paint concrete. It drives me up the wall, right up the wall. Why does it drive me up the wall? It drives me up the wall because look at this. Here's something we made earlier. Colored all the way through. not paint. Super durable. Can go outside, winter, sun, whatever. Not paint though. You know what irks me about painting concrete is that you're putting a less durable surface over an incredibly durable surface. Why? So I'm going to split this into 2 even batches because we're not painting our concrete. We don't paint concrete. I don't know how many times I've been asked, is this paint? What kind of paint you use? It's not paint. It's integral mineral pigments. Beautiful mineral pigments that we take a lot of time picking, hand picking, testing in our test studio to figure out what's going to work the best for you. And this side is going to be mostly black, a little bit of blue. If you go to the website, concrete.com, I've got color formulas built out for you. You don't have to do this. You can measure your pigments very precisely and get the same color again and again and again and again and again. Or, you know what? I even take it a step further and I'll pre-batch. I'll pre-batch pigments into concrete for you. It's a little bit of extra work on my end, but it makes things super easy for you. That you just get a little jar, envelope, baggie of pre-matched, pre-pigmented, already all blended in for you color. And I tell you what the color is, and there's no guesswork. You measure out as much as you want, just add a little bit of water, mix it up, and boom, you're rocking. And you know what? That's a great starting point. But eventually you're going to get to the point where you might say, hey, I want to do what you're doing. I want to mix whatever color and just go for it. And when you get there, well, this is what you'll start doing. So we're just mixing this pigment in, add a little bit of water. So why the blue and black? I'm just looking for a really dark color. I like it to be black, but I've been adding a little bit of blue into my blacks because it makes this kind of funky midnight navy black, where it's mostly black, but it shows these kind of blue highlight within it, which I really like how it looks. And I usually will never mix my dark color first, but here I am mixing my dark color first. Really blowing it today. Why? Because I'm distracted. I'm distracted because I'm in the winter blah, just living through winter right now. And I live in a part of the country that gets a lot of snow, a lot of cold. Maybe you do too. And eventually winter makes you sad. Not eventually, it makes me sad right away. So I'm just trying to get through it. And this helps. I don't know what helps for you. What helps for you getting through winter? Is it making concrete stuff? Is it making something? Is it a hobby? It's 2020. I'm not going to tell you to quit your day job, but I am going to say pick up a hobby. Why? Why a hobby? Maybe you don't need a hobby, but the one nice thing about hobbies is that, and something that I would really encourage that your hobby has, is that your hobby should have the ability for you to lose yourself in the process. There should be elements of what you do within your hobby where you kind of lose track of time. There's got to be parts where you're just not thinking really anymore. Just moving, acting, reacting. That's an important part of a hobby. Whether that be sports, something creative. You know what? Another important part of hobbies is that I like a hobby like this. I like physical hobbies where when you're done, you actually have a thing. You've made a thing at the end of your hobby. Because the act of making something physical is really magic. And it's something that it's less and less of a thing. There's less emphasis in the world of us making physical things. We get bogged down with digital. And taking a picture and putting it on social media has an instant gratification, some of that same instant gratification that hobbies have, where when you're done making a thing, you pop it out of the mold, or you take it out of the kiln, or you reveal your painting or whatever, and there's a sense of accomplishment. Taking a photo has that too, and photography is 100% a hobby. But fast photography that accompanies social media and the idea that you need to be posting X amount of things a day diminishes hobbies. Makes it kind of the whole point. You need a hobby should give you this space where you really lose everything, lose a bit of yourself for a bit in the moment of what you're doing, even if it's for a half hour. Oh, just to let go. And look at this. Here's how we let go. We let go by mixing beautiful colors. And yeah, have you seen me make this color before? Of course you have, because I love teal. So I'm going to make all kinds of different teals all the time because I love them. I love them. Big deal. I can love teal if I want to. So sorry that I'm making the same color again and again and again. You can do this at home, and you can make whatever color you want, or you can follow along and make a teal just like me. You can follow along. We can make a teal together. What's the next color? More green. I'm so into green right now. Oh, more green. This green is going to be a contrasty green. So this green I added blue to make teal. And this green I'm going to add yellow because I want it to be something different, not the same. Are we getting there? You're wondering, what are we making anyway? So far we're just making colors, piles of color. What are we making? Well, we're making almost one of the smallest shapes you can make, in my opinion, and still have room to have fun. Okay, which is a mini cactus planter. We're making a little planter. Planters are great. Little planters are great. All planters are great. Planters are great. Why are they great? Planters are great because it's the infinite gift. It's the greatest gift you can give someone, especially a planter you made yourself. Oh, what an amazing gift. Why is it amazing? It's amazing. A planter is an amazing gift because everybody can use it for something. You don't have to put plants in it. You can put dead plants in it. It could be like a little flower arrangement pot, pens, pencils, whatever. But you can also put plants in it, which I'd encourage you to do. So today, are we going to put a drainage hole in this thing? If you want to. So you probably noticed the molds at Concrete do not have drainage holes in them. I don't put a drainage hole in my molds because you can easily add a drainage hole in process. While you're actually working, you can add a drainage hole. And then if you don't want, if you're making something where it's like, oh no, I don't need a drainage hole, nor do I and especially actually it's going to be a detriment to what I'm doing. If we put a drainage hole in here, you don't have to. We got ways around that. So here's my colors. I've got this kind of pea green, chlorophyll, grassy green. I've got this tealy blue, green, whatever color. I've got this lighter, it started as white, but it's taken on a little bit of a bluey tint. And then I've got this black color. So here's all the colors. They're looking great. Pigment is going to go up, and away. Goodbye, pigment. And now what do? Okay, this is the fun new thing. Maybe you've been here before. You've followed along with the joy of concrete. You know what you're about to do. But if you haven't, here's the interesting part. Let's spread out. Oh, that's nice. So I'm going to take some of this green. Boom, look at that. I'm going to take this teal. I'm going to go like so. I'm going to take some of this black, like so, and a little bit of white. Boom. Let's move back to this. Black, green, Now we've got a color stack. This is the beginnings of our marbling color stack. This is a pretty wet color stack, but I don't care. Here's the reason why we do it. Look in there. Look what we've revealed. Flip that around, tear it open a bit. Okay, here's my favorite little mold. I love this thing. And now that I've gotten a little bit of a tear going, I'm just loading it straight up like that. Now here's the next best part about gray matter. No mechanical vibration. We're just tapping it with our hands. No concrete on the market. That concrete that you go get at whatever mini department store, hardware store, it's not going to degas like this. And it's going to have big old nasty rocks in it. You don't want that. This is what you want. Nice, clean finish every time. Look at the bottom of this thing. Look how clean that is. Now, I'm going to try to make this as smooth as possible. So we talked earlier about molds and stovepipes, and we build in a little bit of an extra lip into these molds so that the molds don't break down too quick. So I'm going to actually just remove a little bit of concrete because I don't want to pour past that lip that I put into the mold because that means extra sanding after to get rid of the little sharp edge that I might leave. Take a little bit of that out. Go just a little bit more. And I can't remember. Did I say I'm putting a... So I'm just underfilling. Look at this. I'm not right up to the top of the mold. Just under. I think I got our last little air bubble coming out. And we're done. We're done? We're done. We're gonna come back to this in 4 hours. That's fast. That's really fast. 4 hours is really fast. Hey, that's how we work. We like to work quick if we can. So I'll catch you all in 4 hours. And still haven't decided if I'm putting a... I'm not putting... If I want, I don't need a drainage hole. I could just press a drainage hole in like this. And boom. Fine. You know what? No, I'm not using this. Maybe a drainage. Okay, let's go drainage hole. So I'm gonna put this up out of the way. Up here, where I've got a cord sticking through the wall. Take my finger, give it a little bit of a boop, 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 like that. And tap it so that hole starts to close in. And I'm gonna stop right there. There's our drainage hole. Okay, we got a drainage hole built in. You'll see that when we're done. Hey concrete friends, welcome back. It's me, Mr. Concrete, and today was marbling day. Today was marbling day because I was feeling down. And when I'm feeling down, making something out of concrete makes me feel better. Makes me feel better about myself, makes me feel better about life in general, cheers me up. And it's not just making concrete, making lots of things can cheer you up, but it's the practice, that meditative practice of really digging deep into something and letting that kind of falling into a flow. Getting into a flow state while you're working, that's a big deal. And if you can figure out how to get into a flow state, a state where you're not really thinking, you're just reacting and doing your thing, I guarantee it'll help you feel better inside. That's part of it becomes a type of meditation. So I'd encourage you, give it a shot. But here, let's see what I did in my meditative flow state. Look at this, I'm stretching this mold, making sure it's all released. It seems to be releasing no problem. A little flex like this, and out you come. Up and out of the way. Oh my goodness, we got a good casting. Very clean. Very clean. Oh, I thought we were gonna have no voids. I see one very tiny void, but you can see what happens. So look at this, look at the color of the black, which when it was wet looked like it was black. Now it's like this really crazy navy. And that's just by adding a little bit of blue. I didn't add that much blue. It was still primarily like mixing a black. Like if I were to do this as a tracked color, for every kilo of concrete, I'd do like, I don't know, 40 grams of black and 5 grams of blue. And that would give you this kind of crazy midnight navy. Let's call it midnight. But I love the teal, saving a little bit of this white, adds some nice highlight points. Let's have a good walk around. Oh, this is great. And for all you plant people, boom, drainage hole right there. I just shaped it in with my finger, but there you go, drainage. You don't need it built into the mold. You can just add it. Easy. Well, what do you think? Did I inspire you? The next time you're feeling down, are you going to make a beautifully marbled little planter or something? Something. It doesn't have to be concrete. Write something, draw something, do something. But I would encourage you that do something physical. And it's good to do something physical that it takes enough attention that you kind of can only think about that one task. It's not something that you want to do while you're watching TV. Don't do that. Don't do a hobby while you're watching TV. That's not going to have the same effect. Do it being totally immersed just in the act of what you're doing. And number one, you might make something beautiful that you can give to somebody. But number two, it might just make you feel nice making something physical because it's different. And maybe you haven't made something physical in 2020 yet, but I would encourage you, pick up a hobby, do something physical, make a concrete planter if you want. Head to www.concreteconcrete.com and check out some of the molds, some of the starter kits, some of the materials we have. I can make it very easy for you. I'll take out all the guesswork. But you don't have to do that. Make something out of clay. Make something out of cardboard. I don't care. I'm going to tell you how to make something out of concrete because that's what I'm good at. And I know how to do it. And I think it's really fun. And it's always a surprise. I love that. That's one of my favorite things about concrete. That's always, I'm surprised by this. I didn't know this is what this is going to look like. But here we go. Here it is. Amazing, right? This is it. I'm out of here. Thanks, everybody. I hope you had fun doing some marbling with me. Mr. Concrete, if you liked what you saw, you know what? Like, subscribe, hit that notification button, leave a comment, phone, text, email, all that stuff. I ask you to do that because it helps people find us. When you like, subscribe, leave comments, hit that notification button, it helps other viewers find our videos. But it also helps us to be able to make more videos. We don't, probably have noticed, there's no ads. We don't have ads. But it's not necessarily just the encouragement from you helps us make more videos. So please and thank you. Thank you for everyone who already is viewing, and thank you if you came here. But that's it. I'm rambling now. Goodbye.